morning and welcome back to the channel, folks. Really do appreciate you being here. I'm pretty excited because you betcha it's another episode of Sourcing Fodder. Alright, so today we're doing the usual. Just finished up backpacks for Vic kids, and if you haven't checked them out for a while, go check them out. They're a charity organisation helping kids basically that have been displaced from homes, right? And each week I'm here spending a few hours just helping put the backpacks together and get those out to the different organizations that help get those to the kids out of home, right? So, and it's a really eye-opening area. Anyway, that's what I did. Go check it out. I'll put all the details above, or you can jump down in the description. Today we're going thrifting. Just on the way home, got a few errands I've got to run as well, but we'll probably get 5 shops, I reckon. And just the usual, just hunting, bringing you along for the ride. I'll keep it real. I'll show you all the good stuff, the bad stuff. Well, you won't see the bad stuff because I probably won't keep the bad stuff. But as we go through, I'll try and give a bit of commentary. If you do have questions along the way, chuck them down below. I must say, I have a big shout out and some big love to Otis and Mel, one of my regular winners. They have actually donated some chips. They actually donated me some dollars, and they said, go out, treat myself and get some chips. So I have got some chips. So I want to give a big shout out to Otis and Mel. Thank you so much for the lovely dollary dues. I've gone out and purchased some chips. We'll get into those a bit later. And yeah, just really, you didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. Yeah, so they won some Pokemon cards. They've won quite a lot of Pokemon cards over the last few live streams. So that was just a give back. So thank you so much. All right, let's get cracking. Let's do it. All right, so these are my favorite chips. Once again, big shout out to Mel and Otis. Thank you so much. These are Tyrell's cheddar and chive. So basically, these are what Carla and I would normally have when we're out and about doing errands and out for a day trip or whatever. Carla's on here, so I get to enjoy them all for myself. I'm not going to eat them all now, but I will be having a bit of a nibble with them throughout the day, just snacking. And the reason why they're just so good is that, I don't know, it's good. I mean, who doesn't like cheddar and chive, right? So I'm going to enjoy these while we thrift today, and you get to sit back and just enjoy me eating chippy. So good. However, I forgot to bring kombucha. These go really good with kombucha, and these are always good after a long run as well. Just the extra salt, and so good. Yeah, so these probably are actually my favorite chips. For those that have always asked what are my favorite chips, this is my go-to. All right, these are good. Good stuff. All right, team diddly squat there. Nothing. I had a good little look around. To be honest, I'm not trying to force to get anything either. You know, I used to, when I actually first started thrifting and I would do this usual routine, I think probably 1 in every 10 thrifts I used to get something from their salvos. Today, just, it's a bit like that. Just nothing there, a lot of the same stuff, which is fine. This is all part of it. And I have no concerns, but I hope this is not the, I hope this doesn't set us up for the rest of the day to be like that. Who knows, we might find some goodies. We'll see how we go. One thing I will have to just think about is if we don't find anything to thrift or to buy or to sell in this case, we'll just be chatting all day. Just you and me hanging out. So if you do have any questions, even though I won't be able to answer them now, ask me a question, and that way if I ever have this situation again, I can answer it. I did have a question come up just the other day around my thoughts on, backdrops when taking photos. Now this is a very interesting one, and I'll put it up on screen. And look, to address it, I don't think there's any right or wrong way. I think the best way that you can take photos is that the photos describe and tell the story of the item. And what I mean by that is like you want to leave nothing on the table that describes, that does not describe the condition of it. Meaning, so if you know there's flaws on the clothing or the item, make sure you're getting a picture of that. Now when it comes to backing boards or backgrounds, yeah, I like to keep it plain, keep it simple. If you can do white, if you can do grey. Some people do colors. Look, at the end of the day, I don't think there's any right or wrong. I know Google will index white backgrounds better, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the eyes and the attention on the item. You want people to be looking at your item that you're selling, not being distracted in the background. So if you're going to have, you know, if you're taking a picture in the kitchen and you've got all the background things in the play, it's going to confuse the customer. Make sure that it's very plain, simple backdrop or background, so that people are just putting their eyes and eyeballs, that attention only on the item that they're purchasing, and making sure that it's very clear of what they're getting. I hope that answers that question. I'm not sure if that's the question or the answer you wanted, but that's my opinion on it. I think keep it simple, stupid, make sure it's clear and concise, and yeah, go with that. All right, we're at the next shop. Let's rock and roll. Okie dokie team. So we've got a few items there. I just showed you. I ended up chatting to them for a while. Really good conversation, right? And anyway, let's just clarify first. Spent $27, got 4 items, 2 big boxes of books. Well, not boxes of books, bundles of books. Some C.S. Lewis. They do pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them. Pretty confident with those. The other win in there was the Dodo. I recently just sold the Dodo for $30. So I should be able to get a quick 30 for him. And just crossing the road. Now, interesting conversation. So now I chat to them weekly and they know what I do and blah da da da. So they had some Skylanders, about 10, and they wanted $60 for the 10 of them, and they had held them for me, knowing that, you know, that's the kind of stuff that I like to buy. And I said, look, to be honest, you know, they know what I do. I said, look, I'm not going to pay that much for them. I said, even if they were $20, you probably wouldn't, I probably wouldn't buy them, right? Because I would probably sell them for $20. And they weren't, you know, any big ones or rare ones or anything like that. And I said to them, if they put them at $20, I'll probably sell them to someone that wants them, opposed to someone trying to resell them. I said, for me, I'm going to have to pay, like, you know, a bundle of them for $3, and then I'll try and flip them for $20-30. So you know, having some frank conversations, and they appreciate my honesty, and you know, that's how we build relationships. Now, I'm not going to say that you should go around and tell everyone how much they should be charging things, but when you have build those relationships and have those conversations, they can understand what I'm trying to do. I'm not here to make money out of them, but I'm here to make a living, and it's exactly what they're trying to do, right? So you know, it's all fair game. And anyway, it was just an interesting concept and interesting conversation at the same time, because you know, a lot of the time some people don't like telling people what they do, but I think, you know, being open about it and helping them understand, it's fair, right? So anyway, let's do Vinnie's. Let's do it. All right, team, all done. We didn't really pay much there. We got 1 item and we paid $1. So not too bad. I'm happy with that. There was a bit of a grumpy lady in there walking around, complaining about pricing and things like that. But you can't please everyone. I mean, and I agree, pricing is a bit over the place with these shops, but at the same time, you know, vocalizing it and having a tantrum, it's just, anyway, I mean, I talk about the pricing all the time. I'm very open about it. That, you know, sometimes it is ridiculous and it's all over the place, but at the same time, it's like, you know, there is factors at play of why they put prices certain ways. You know, they see things on eBay and they think they're putting it up for a fair value, and sometimes they make a lot of mistakes with that, but man, that person was very rude about it. Anyway, paid $1, got that book, pretty happy with that. That book I've sold before for $20, so it might sit for a bit, but yeah, pretty common. If I can find the other book, Magic Eye 2, it usually bundle them up and you'll sell them pretty quick. Next up is, I think I've only got 1 more to go. The other one might be closed by the time I get there. We'll see we haven't really got much today, guys, but this is all part of it. You know, I'm not too fussed. I actually ended up having a chat with one of the ladies in there, lovely old ladies in the Vinnies there, and just great conversation. And I think, if anything, even though I don't get much today, or on most days, it's not like I'm pulling out stacks, I always come out with some great conversations, and I always feel appreciated and, you know, just a bit more joyful. So thank you. All right, let's do it. Right, team, all done and dusted at that shop. I did spend up about $5. Yeah, it was $5. I got the 5 chapter books of Rugrats. They should do all right. Once again, they'll probably only get $20, $25 for the bundle of them. Nothing super crazy there. There wasn't really much there at all, actually. I will say though, I want to clarify, you know, that Magic Eye book, if anyone looks that up right now, and I've just done that since my last video, there's people got it listed for like $16, and I said it was going to go for $20. So 2 things here is, in the past I have sold 1 and 2 for $30, and I've sold number 1 for $20, but that was probably like a year ago. It looks like, you know, it's a bit more saturated now, so I'll be competing against more people, but I will still list it at $19.97. It's $1 in. If I can turn it into $20, it's a free $20, right? It's cash flow, it's a win, and it's a pretty common book, and I'm happy to do that. So just wanted to clarify that. I don't want to lead anyone off and make fake numbers or anything like that. The reality is I have sold it before. The reality is also that it probably won't sell for that again. So that is that. Oh, bit of roadworks. So interesting to just see what's been selling and what hasn't been selling. Look, I buy a lot of books and I'm happy to sit on the books, but I haven't really got any huge grails today. Nothing that's a huge big win, but I'm pretty happy and comfortable with all these stuff I got today. Got one more shop, assuming they're still open. Let's see if we can get there in time, and then it's home time. I'll show you all the goodies and then we'll wrap it up. So let's rock and roll. All right, team, that's a wrap. Managed to get to that final one and they weren't closed, which is a beauty. And I've got people in the reversing bay. Literally standing in the turning bay. It literally has a sign there. Anyway, it just cracks me up, people. Yeah, so I got a freebie, actually. I got a Essendon rug. It looks 90s style. I don't know how old it is. It's not modern. It's not modern though, so pretty happy with that. I don't know what it's worth, but it was free. So they usually give those rugs away for like dogs and things like that. So I'll take it for free. Had a good chat with them. They close down next week for a couple of weeks, actually, up until like end of Jan. So I'll nick back next week. We're gonna head home and I'll take it for all the goodies. Not that there's a lot. And yeah, interesting day. Look, I'll be frank, when it's days like this and you don't get a lot, it can be annoying, but at the same time, it's like you can go out and you can come out with 100 items, you can come out with 50 items, you can come out with 5 items, you can come out with no items. Now, I've done days where I've done these thrifts and come out with nothing. And that since those days, I've wanted to make sure that I always film regardless, because I want to make sure people understand the reality. Now, there's probably hundreds of things that I've missed today, right? I didn't go through any of the ladies sections, I didn't go detailed into the clothes sections. I don't do bric-brac as much anymore. There's so many areas, you know, that we all have our strengths and weaknesses against, right? You know, I predominantly do books, I do media, I do collectibles, I do toys, I do video games, I do things that I know, and other areas where I'm learning. But someone else can go into all these shops that I've been in today, and I guarantee you, you'll find something because it's relevant to what you sell. And I think this is the thing that we need to be more mindful of. It's like, this is how I've chosen to source today. This doesn't actually dictate and set the trend for the rest of my business. And I think anyone that's doing this, whether you're doing it as a part-time, as a hobby, full-time, or however it is for your lifestyle, you know, this to me is my fun. It's my little escape. It's a bit of a thrill chase, right? Whereas, you know, I have multiple ways that I'm sourcing, you know, whether it's bulk deals, you know, purchases from personal collections, or doing the thrifts, go for savers. And there's a few other little things that I do on the side around, you know, whether it's online to purchase stock as well. So you can't just be sourcing from one way. But when you start, this is the best way to do it, because low costs, you can find things, you can cherry pick, you can pick and choose, and it's a great way to do it. Plus, it's so addicting, it's so fun. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure people understand that, you know, I do not solely rely on just purely these thrift trips to make my business crunch on, but it can be very frustrating when you go out, spend some time, and you don't get a lot. But that's okay. I don't need this to be able to have my business grow. I have other ways of doing that as well, and you should too if you're serious about making this into a business, opposed to just a, you know, just a hobby or just doing it for fun. Yeah, small little rant share there. Let's go through all the stuff. Alright team, here we are. This is what we've got. Not much at all. We've got this Mr. Dodo. I should get 30 bucks for him. We've got this Bombers Essendon's big throw rug kind of thing, or yeah, don't know how old it is. It's nothing too special, but I think it should do alright. Got that one for free. These are the Rugrats books that I got. Should bundle them up, get 20, 25, nothing too special. This little guy, have no idea. It is working. I reckon some kid will jump on that. Couple of Narnia things here, which these will basically be the ones that pay for everything today. And then this guy, he's probably only going to get 16 bucks. Do have a bag of DVDs that I got given for free from where I volunteer. So could be a few different opportunities. There's a big truck coming, so I'm going to have to stop for a second. Alright, we're back. So these are all the goodies, as I said before, and if I've sold anything, you can have a look. But this is the average cost of good today. So interesting, these things cost me about 10 bucks a pop. This one was 10, this one was 10, so 20 bucks there. They will pay for everything here, easy. This guy, I have no idea, but that was for free. And then, as I said, I should be able to get some quick dollar reduce for this one. So I've sold this one before. Actually, 4 times I've sold this guy for. And then let's have a look and see what we've got in here. I have no idea what DVDs they are. I don't know what the quality is or anything like that. All I know is that they couldn't use them and they're for free. They're probably just cheapies. Nothing super exciting. Little Ben 10, Snoopy, and then Mouse Hunt and Scooby-Doo meets Batman. So nothing really super exciting in there, but once again, freebies. I'll probably just bundle it up with the rest of my DVDs that I'm selling and stuff. I'm moving off a whole bunch of bulk lots at the moment. So yeah, pretty cool. Like I said, this is just a day that hasn't necessarily blown anyone out of the water. It's just a routine day, and that's why I like to share it, because some days you get really, really good. Some days you just get bread and butter, and that's what it's all about. Appreciate you being here. If you have any questions, check them down below. Otherwise, you have a wonderful day. Cheers.